Hi, good morning, favored ones. Welcome to Soul Talk. Our guest for today is Carlo Lazaro. He is managing his family business. And actually, I invited him because to end February, which is a love which is a month all about love and passion. I've invited guests who are really passionate about the things that they do. So Carlo is very passionate about work and every activity that he does, he really pours himself into it. So I'd love to share this conversation with you. But let's welcome Carlo first so that you could also know what his story is and what insights he has to share to us. So hi Carlo, kumusta ka?
Hi, Brendy. It's a very privileged to be a part of this Soul Talk. I think we talked about it already for a year ago or something na
Oo.
mabigat. Finally lang natuloy. But thank
Busy
you, Ren.
kasi. Busy ng schedule mo. Hindi. But then, everything comes at the right time. And this is the right time for you to share what it is that you have to tell us. And I'm really happy that you also said yes and that you set aside time to do this with me. But sige, let's start this. Let's get the ball rolling. So, kamusta ka? And how's your ano ba? How's your new year?
Very good, very good. 2021, no? So,
Mm.
syempre nangyari yung pandemic, but I think ang good naman sa industry namin, service. Despite that, parang classified kami as the need industry.
Mm.
So even during the pandemic, allowed kami, but of course because limited yung people that can go to work. Hindi rin talaga full force and nag-iingat din kami because of the COVID. But very lucky na despite the pandemic, required kasi kami dahil the establishments will still continue to operate, and then when food establishments are operating, there will be pests that would attract that will be attracted in the establishments. So
Mm.
kailangan pa rin nila ng pest control.
Oo. Maybe you could talk about your family business first para at least meron rin silang idea kung ano yung ginagawa mo.
So our family business is Topbest Pest Services. So my dad started it for how many years already? More than 20 years ago. I was still studying then. Tapos when I graduated 2008, dun siya parang tinry ko lang at that time. I didn't really know natatagal ako kasi it's 2021 na. So parang ang tagal na nga eh. I remember at that time, my dad was just telling me na, kasi I was looking for jobs outside, ang dami kong interviews. Sabi niya, why don't you try the family business first and then
Mm.
you can still apply naman. But after then, hindi na rin talaga ako naka-apply anywhere kasi siguro I guess naging enjoyable din naman siya for me.
Mhm. Pero that's amazing to hear kasi I also I grew up with friends who have family businesses. My uncles have them, my dad has them. But then not all children would want to work at their family businesses or not everyone would really find enjoyment in a family business. Ikaw ba nung nagsimula ka na enjoy mo siya agad?
Hindi. Hindi talaga. I think normal yun kasi even at that time, yung utak ko parang temporary lang eh.
Mm.
Kasi at that time, parang wala rin naman, parang marami akong interview and then I was just taking my time enjoying yung after college life.
Mhm.
But after a while, nakita ko kasi, siguro through the years lang, parang it keeps calling me back eh. Parang ang dami kong pinupuntahan, parang at that time nakakapag-travel pa ako going some places ganyan. Pero parang yung family business kasi is nandiyan na siya. No?
Mhm.
Tapos doon ko nga nakita na it's through the graces pala of the family members din that you can have parang nagbo-bloom yung family business. So
Mhm.
parang later on, kailangan pala family member rin more or less yung head. Kasi yung kinokontrol mo yung vision. Parang I can get anyone to manage the business on the operational side, but it's still supposed to be like a family member yung magdadala ng vision niya. So sabi ko nga, lately ko lang din talaga na-realize na yun pala talaga yung main goal ko and main role ko sa business na
Mhm.
dadalhin ko yung where the company wants to go, yung vision na yun. Kaya siguro through time, nakikita ko na dapat pala isa sa amin yung magdadala. But since yung naturally kasi like brother ko, sisters ko, like hindi rin sila ganun. Nandito rin sila sa business for a while and up to now naman. Pero parang ako siguro yung mas pinaka full time lang.
Mm, okay. Pero ano that's also true that it would be preferable if one of the children would really carry on the vision of the founder.
Mhm.
And yung vision ba na yon, was it really purely your father's or were you able to integrate your own vision as well into it? Kasi in some ways you also have to own the business, the family business, and really own that part ako nito. So I have to put my stamp in this. So is the vision your father's pa rin or parang you were also able to introduce your own integrated vision into what you're doing right now?
I think through the past few years naman, nagkaroon na rin naman ako ng ownership over what I want to do and where the business is going. But of course, it's my dad who started it. Like, I think it's sa garage namin yun dun sa old house namin. Doon lang siya nag-start. Tapos
Mhm.
even yung dad ko naman, even up to now, when you ask him, he doesn't think na long-term talaga siya yung parang business. Kasi siisip niya kasi it's a pest control, maraming makapasok, it's an industry easy to put up and then so many companies are already doing it. So
Mhm.
parang may ganun siya. But ako ang nakita ko kasi, you can build your own brand. Meaning parang siguro what I'm going for is a targeted marketing for class A, class B. So pag ganun kasi, mas specialized yung service eh. Meaning at that point, not really a lot can offer that service kasi minsan very specialized siya eh.
Mm.
Yes, na-integrate ko naman I guess for the past few years yung gusto ko rin mangyari.
Mm.
But it's a long process din. Kasi sabi ko nga, hindi ko rin talaga gets, hindi ko rin naman expected na tatagal ako ng ganun. But yun nga, I guess because of the energy rin na binigay ko for how many years na,
Mhm.
parang naging very enjoyable na siya. Doon ko na-realize, passion ko rin pala talaga mag-business.
Mm. Oo. You mentioned specialized service.
Mhm.
How were you able to create a specialized service for your chosen market? Kasi yun nga, tama ka rin eh. Kasi if I think about pest control, it's very common, it's generic, and anyone can really enter the industry easily and offer the same kind of services. So when you say specialization, in what way were you able to innovate the services?
Siguro, when I say yung targeted marketing, there's a way kasi to offer specialized services per client. Meaning, for each client, iba-iba yung services that you can offer. Kasi like yung bahay mo is different from my house. Kahit sabihin mong technically we can do the same service doon. But yung concern mo maybe more of lamok. Sa isang house, more of cockroach yung issue niya. So I don't have to offer anything for lamok sa ganong client. So in that case, parang mas value added. Kahit sabihin mong mahal, mas specialized yung service naman. Kasi value added siya, at least control ko talaga kung ano yung problem ng client. So I guess, ang na-develop ko is, pwede kami mag-customize mismo ng kung ano yung need ng customer na yun. So because of that, pati yung budget, you can actually specify kung ito lang yung gusto mong gastusin ng customer. We have a service particular for that. Like, kunyari, kailangan lang niya ng once a month or for flying insects lang, iba yung rate doon versus a whole package na kasama yung crawling and flying insects. Parang ganun.
Okay, so you gave the option, parang nagbigay ka ng mas maraming options for the customers based on your experience then of what are the different needs.
I guess pwede mo sabihin kasi may consultancy kasi during parang before mag-start na parang offer ko sa client what we can do, what we can't do. Or parang minsan ako personally, lalo na sa mga friends ko, tinuturo ko lang mismo kung ano kailangan nila gawin eh. Kasi even sa pest control, like with Lazada now and Shopee, you can buy most of the chemicals and controls you need for cockroaches or whatever pest that you have.
Mhm.
But yung question doon is, do they know really kung ano yung kailangan gawin and how to use it? So yun yung in-offer I guess ng business namin na pag nagawa mo na most of the things you can do, from proper sanitation and other things you can do to prevent pests, yung company namin can do that, yung professional service na, oh, sige, hindi mo talaga kaya, we'll do it for you. Ito yung pwede namin gawin. So at least may ganung meeting of the minds first. Kasi sa press control, ang hirap mag-compare eh. Parang, I can say my price is 10,000 and then another company would offer 3,000. But the customer doesn't really know na magkaiba pala yun. Kasi like, ako, siguro babalik ako weekly. Tapos yung competitor ko would do it one time only. So minsan, dun lang minsan nakakaroon ng confusion. Bakit ganun? So I think most importantly is you really have to be clear first before starting an engagement with the customer. So yun yung ino-offer ng company namin, personalized service.
Okay. I like that you are going back to the to the meeting of minds kasi that's when you would actually really know kung ano talaga yung kailangan ng customers before you start offering. And that's actually a competitive advantage if you ask me. So, ano siya, um, maganda.
But it takes a lot of time. Kaya in that way, sabi ko nga, it's kasi pag binaba ko yung price ko, I'm catering to a market na hindi sila masyado picky.
Yes.
Kasi like, why would I get a 10,000 service when you can get a 3,000 anyway? So sa akin lang is, I have to be very clear na I can do anything na gusto mo, but ito rin dapat yan. Kasi kung hindi naman cooperative yung customer, hindi rin namin makokontrol yung pest. Kasi like, I'm there in your property for like what, 1 hour, 2 hours of the service. And since you live there, you know the habits, pati yung from the eating behavior ng customer, pati yung kunwari establishment siya, yung delivery of goods, like pag nagde-deliver ng food, ano yung schedule, paano pinapasok yung food inside the establishment. All these things contribute. So, of course, I'm assuming naman there are many companies who can offer the same service. But at least in our company, parang gusto ko lang is clear muna na ayusin mo muna yan na at that level from the delivery of food to the movement of in and out ng tao, kailangan clear yon before we do any service. Kasi kahit gumawa kami tapos hindi synchronized, hindi rin namin makokontrol yung talagang issue ng customer.
Okay, so that's where the consulting comes in because you also recommend some things that they also have to do. It won't be just on your end lang. Tapos lahat ng responsibility sa'yo. So they also have to cooperate.
Parang I think may misconception kasi pag pest control, bombahin ng chemicals, di ba? Pero, di ba, parang like, ang dami ko nakikita ang customer na gano'n, but ano ba yung pinakamatapang yung gamot? Di ba? Parang pag gano'n, parang, wait, hindi naman din pwede kasi may environmental impacts din, di ba? Like, kunyari, like yung chemicals na, yung mga heavy chemicals, is very poisonous to aquatic insects kung if may fish yung customer. Tapos, like ako, I'm a dog lover, tapos cats din, meron din akong cat. So parang, pati yun, pwedeng yung rat poison kung hindi naka-enclose, pwedeng makain ng dog. So, sobrang daming safety protocol na parang, sa Philippines kasi hindi ganoon ka-strict eh. I guess sa US, they even control kung ano yung active ingredient na binaban nila every year. Dito kasi hindi ganoon. So, yun lang naman siguro yung pinaka-differentiation that we're trying to do. So because of that, very picky rin kami dun sa customers that we get. Kasi pag kunyari ang basic problem nila chemicals lang, ba't di ka na lang bumili sa Lazada? Di ba? Like, hindi ko naman market na makipag-compete sa pinakamurang gamot anyway kasi hindi naman namin business yun. So I guess consultancy and partnership din talaga yung business.
Pero maganda yung ginagawa mo kasi you're also forming a relationship with your customers that they're not actually customers na, parang clients mo na rin talaga eh. Kasi there's already that personal relationship between kahit na B2B, kahit na company to company, there's still that growing relationship. So I am not really surprised if talagang nag-grow ang business nyo. And kasi during the pandemic, 'di ba? Parang everyone was more concerned of parang disinfecting. Kasama rin ba 'yon sa services nyo?
Yes, kasama rin siya. Kasi the equipment used for disinfecting is similar to what you use for pest control. Pero iba yung chemicals that you use. But the procedure is the same, but the customers also that we have request for it. So part of the service din yun. Kasi sanitation related din yun. Parang when you conduct a proper disinfection, mababawasan din yung pests that can go inside the property. So it goes hand in hand. Parang I guess it was a natural thing lang yung nangyari yun na when customers were asking for it during the pandemic, ready na kami to provide the service. Siguro tumaas lang yung market share that customers are asking for it. Kaya I think the pandemic was very good for the business actually.
Mm. Yes. Um, Sige, kasi ano rin eh, you mentioned that you started at the company 2008 and then it's already 2021. So ang tagal na noon, 'di ba? Ano yung mga ano yung mga naturo sa ng experience mo diyan that you were able to bring into all the other aspects of your life?
As in experiences from the business. No?
Oo. Kasi ano eh, we have to admit it, work is still, it's I'm sure sa'yo it's not just 8 to 5, it's more than 8 to 5, diba? So,
Definitely.
majority of your energy and time is really spent at work.
Mhm.
So, um, the work experience is also very defining. It defines your character, it defines your personality. So, ano yung mga natutunan mo because of the family business, because of managing the family business? What are the things that you really learned that's that's ano, that's all encompassing and that also affects the other aspects of your life?
Okay. So I guess siguro why most people shy away from family businesses, even when they do have one already, is yung managing of expectations.
Mm.
Kasi parang siguro my dad as my boss. So he's my dad, at the same time he's my boss. So ang main issue dun sometimes is magkasama pa kami sa bahay. So yung roles and expectations nun, nag-iba. Di
Mhm.
ba? So like my relationship to him as a father is different from my relationship with him as a boss. So I guess yung being patient and yung clear communication talaga, very important. Kasi even sa employees, kung hindi clear yung instructions ko, pwedeng iba yung interpretation. Eh. So number one, I guess, is very, very clear communication. No? Kasi with that, then you can prevent a lot of misunderstandings and malpractice mismo within the systems. Kasi parang sobrang daming times nangyari na I was expecting an output from an employee or even a family member. But since hindi clear kung ano yung kailangan ko talagang gawin or kailangan nilang gawin, nagkakaroon talaga ng confusion. Tapos minsan nag-mix up na it's a personal issue outside of work na nadadala. No?
Mm.
Kaya number one is very clear communication. Tapos second or third siguro which is related is patience and compassion. No? Kasi kasi parang the employees naman that we have are I'm proud of it no na hindi mo naman masabing the technicians that we have are top college graduates, di ba? But these are people with high school level, college level, but are very, very trainable. Kasi I believe in a proper system of training na no matter who you get for the business, basta clear and patient ka paano magturo and you understand kung bakit sila ganun mag-isip. And they come to the business naman with an open mind that they still want the job and gusto nila gawin yung kailangan nilang gawin. Kailangan lang talaga like related sa client, magka-meeting of the minds na, okay, you're a technician, ito yung role mo. You're a manager or you're a salesperson, ito yung role mo. That's, as long as you're doing this, wala tayong magiging problem. So
Mm.
yun yung mga main. Tas yun kasi parang basic yun eh, di ba? Like communication, right? Like in any relationship naman, parang parang tatawagan kita or hindi. Di ba? Parang you can be upfront with these things, di ba? Or gusto ko to or not. Parang must be straightforward, no? So I guess also kailangan basta honest lang both sides about what you want to say.
Mm.
Yun. So parang na-apply ko rin siya personally yung siguro naging very patient na rin talaga ako in my life because of work.
Okay, sige. Actually, kasi I also know that, syempre, well, for those who are watching this, Carlo is a friend. He's my co-meditator. And of course, um, syempre, minsan nagkukwentuhan din and all. And, I was able to see that he really loves his work and he's really passionate about everything that he does. But then, before reaching this stage wherein you're already very clear with the expectations, clear with what you want, and clear with how you express yourself through communication, and being very patient and compassionate. Before this, um did you see yourself ever doing something else, or did you see yourself exploring other things? Kasi sabi mo nga, 'di ba, after graduation, you were enjoying the life, and, you know, um, having interviews. Pero was it, parang, were you already sure in some ways na at the end pa rin, dito pa rin sa family business ka mag-work?
Parang at the time nag-graduate ako, kasi my course was management,
Mhm.
I really expected na business field or either employed or having my own business yung nasa utak ko. Tapos, kasi parang, I guess yung dinevelop ko through time sa business na it took a long time was the ownership and role na parang may value rin pala yung presence ko in the business. Yun siguro yung pinakamatagal that I had to develop. Kasi parang, syempre, because my dad started, tapos before me, my brother was here, tapos my sister also was head of marketing at the time. Parang, I felt na, ano pa gagawin ko, di ba? So, parang, uh, di ba may ganun,
Natawa ako.
parang, may ganun, ano ba yan? Parang, andyan na pala eh, di ba? So parang, kailangan pa ba ako talaga dyan? Parang may ganung mga mindsets, di ba? But parang, yun, hindi ko talaga inisip na tatagal. So iniisip ko na, gusto ko talaga mag-start na own business ko. But lumalabas kasi, and I saw it as I guess, a privilege and an advantage also, just recently lang, na being part of the family business, you're doing a lot of alignment in terms of like, number one, yung family business kasi, and my firm belief is, all family businesses are thriving because of the joint effort of the whole family.
Mhm.
So it's not just me or parents ko or my brother and sisters. Joint effort siya eh. Kahit sabihin mong, kunwari, my sister is now abroad, she's in New Zealand, and my other sister is a doctor. Ang laki pa rin ng value na binibigay nila. Kasi parang most of our clients, kaya siguro may consultation and meeting of the minds parati, is from relatives and friends as well. So, nag-start siguro kami like yung company ng dad ko, yung sa Jaka, when he resigned, yun siguro yung one of the first few clients that we have. Tapos close friends and relatives ng parents ko, up to now, sila pa rin yung mga main clients that we have eh. So, nandun na rin mismo yung trust. So, even ako, I don't look at them as mag-offer lang ako ng service because para kumita yung company. Parang sa utak ko nga, I would rather tell them kung kaya na nilang gawin, or kung hindi na nila kailangan yung service namin per se, hindi ko na rin talaga ipupush. So parang yun, yung nakita ko yun na I can start my own business anywhere, but yung time that I'm going to be spending, mag-start na naman ako from zero.
Mhm.
So iba yung, parang mas madali kasi yung job ko now na it's already starting and palalakihin ko na lang versus starting it talaga from scratch, no? So not so long ago, ganun pa rin yung nasa utak ko eh. Parang gusto ko pa rin ng ganun. But recently nga, and then my dad also is getting older na, realize ko, dito sa family business, I get to spend more time with him also. So parang nagagawa ko yung parang role ko as a son to him. Tapos I get to spend more time also with them. Kaya sabi ko, I'd rather be here na lang pala muna. And then nakakatulong pa ako kasi sabi ko nga, since it's a family business, it's also supporting my my siblings. Kasi parang I set up a scenario na meron din kaming allowances from it kasi may role pa rin naman eh. Like yung sister ko, ang dami niyang nire-refer pa rin. Brother ko, may mga nire-refer siyang friends. So ongoing siya. Parang the family business talaga it's never my job lang. So kahit sabihin mo na start siya ng father ko and my sister ko did this and that, it's forever changing kasi ganun naman business, di ba? Wherever you go, you still need to work. So yun, I guess na-align lang ako doon na I'm doing everything already that I want inside the business. So bakit pa ako maghahanap ng iba?
Oo. Would you say that that you joining the family business and claiming that ownership in it also strengthened your ties with your family?
Definitely, definitely. Kasi even now, parang nagkakaroon ng mutual understanding of what each and everyone brings to the table. Eh. So
Mm.
parang, so dad ko sa CPA, kahit sabihin mong retired siya, ang iba pa rin yung appreciation niya for numbers. Parang, so ako I'm handling mostly sales and operations now. Yung dad ko is the financial side. Parang, yung, before I was also handling it when I started, but iba pa rin, parang nakita ko, ang galing pala niya. So minsan parang sabi ko, parang kahit minsan ko na may naasar ako minsan ko na sa kapatid ko what. Pero nakikita ko parang may lahat sila may dinadalang value to the table. So parang yun nga nagkakaroon ako ng understanding as well na parang yes, hindi siya okay sa ganitong aspect for example, but in other things very reliable siya. Kaya ay ano parang nag-iiba talaga parang nagma-mature na okay kahit pala hindi siya masyado ano sa ganitong bagay in other things dependable naman pala. So as ang key lang siguro is aligning people properly in their roles.
Oo. And it's also good that you're seeing or recognizing the strength of each family member and, recognizing that value that they bring into the business. So, pero kasi not everyone has that, not everyone has that gift. Lalo na pag siya lang yung talagang, parang majority, halos lahat ng work na sa kanya. Not everyone would see it that way. So, your family is actually lucky to have you also, halos full-time ka dyan na nagmamanage.
Pero and also, I had to develop that mindset as well eh. Kasi parang before, may feeling ako na parang ako lahat gumagawa. So, yung ganun, parang lagi akong pagod and
Ano
stressed.
yun? May resentment.
Parang, that was before I was meditating as well. Parang, I guess doon nakatulong talaga yung alignment eh, na, wait, parang doon ko na-realize na, wait, bakit ako nagtsatsaga na gawin ko mag-isa? Eh, ang dami naman namin.
Mm-mm.
So parang, I guess minsan pag ibang tao nahirapan sila, it's not bad to ask for help.
Mm-mm. Yes,
Kasi
that's true.
Kasi parang, ego lang din minsan na parang, wait, I can do it naman, ba't ako tutulog? Pero, when you ask for help, mas madali eh. So parang, bakit mo ba kailangan pagtsagaan eh? Parang, let's say, it will take me 1 hour to do one thing. Itatanungin ko lang dad ko, 5 minutes lang, tapos na. Di ba? So parang, kunwari, dati nahihiya ako magtanong kasi baka ano isipin niya na hindi ko kaya gawin. But it goes back to perspective, parang self-worth also na I am not defined but what I can or can't do. Eh. Parang end of the day, it's just what the business needs to be done. Eh. Parang basta parang like sabi ko, end of the day, it's a business. Basta kumita eh. So as long as yun yung nangyayari, it doesn't really matter kung paano mo siya gagawin. Basta naman siguro legal and ano
Ethical.
ethical, yeah. Ethical yung gagawin mo, not a problem talaga. So yun, parang lately ko nga nakita na I can ask for help. So, because of that, dumali buhay ko. Di ba? Na parang, like, wala ka bang kaibigan na pwedeng tumulong sa ganito? Meron. So, most of the time, ganun eh.
Oo.
Kaya nga parang yung family business talaga namin is kitang-kita ko talaga na ang daming tumutulong na relatives and friends. Kaya very, very, very lucky talaga kami to be in this position.
Mm-mm. Yes. Actually, I like what you said about, don't be ever afraid to ask for help or not to be embarrassed to ask for help. Kasi pwede naman talaga i-share yung load, yung workload. And parang naisip ko tuloy, egotistic ka siguro dati.
Oo, siguro hindi naman ashamed to say it now. Siguro yung main issues ko before, ego talaga, na parang, even yung gusto ko own thing ko is related to my own ego na parang, gusto ko lang ma-prove na I can do something for myself. Pero parang, more and more naman, parang, ba't ko pahirapan sarili ko, di ba? Na, tatayo ako ng something, this is my time already well spent. Tapos sabi ko nga na, I get to spend more time with family. So, why would I look for anything else at this point?
Okay. So parang nahanap mo na talaga yung worth mo as a person. That's why it's no longer an issue for you whether you built your own business or you created something new. So it comes into acceptance of who you are and what's laid out for you and you're just making things work whatever it is that you have right now.
Yes. Parang
Oo.
marami akong mga issues before bata-bata ako. Like I said, 2008 ako nag-start. Imagine mo, di ba? Like, At that point, hindi naman talaga well-formed pa yung gusto kong gawin eh. Tapos, at the same time, identity ko rin, parang I'm looking for validation in so many things na ganito, ganyan. But now, since wala na akong ganong other issues and siguro nag-mature na rin ako, it's just so freeing to be here. Parang wala na. Parang, kasi if I do spend time, like say, mag-abroad ako, then mawawala na naman din yung time ko with my family. Diba? So, and then right now, the business naman is booming and more employees are coming in. So parang, very, ano naman siya, parang, why do I need to find that anymore? Tsaka, diba, like I said, ego nga. It's just ego anyway, diba? Walang point. Kaya minsan pag ego, but why am I, parang minsan pag may decisions ako, bakit ba ako naasar? Like, bakit ko ba gusto gawin isang bagay? Ego lang. O sige, hindi ko na kailangan gawin. Parang nagkakaroon na ako ng self-awareness minsan.
Mm-mm. Which is a good thing. And ano rin, I like what you said that what you're doing right now is already very freeing for you. And ano, I see it as a gift, as a grace that you are able to realize that because not everyone does. And that's what heartbreaking so, a lot of times. And ano rin, I like that you put emphasis to family business and that each family has a valuable contribution. Is that also how you see your employees?
Yes, definitely. Kasi when I was still studying, nandito na yung business eh. So there are some employees that are still part of the company when I was still studying and I was still small. So parang even up to now, parang kasi since sila rin yung nagturo sa akin most of the things that I know, talagang parang I treat each and every employee as a family. So siguro parang in our small little way, like I have a lot of employees lang ko nga pag nag-a-apply. Talaga bang gusto mo dito sa business? Ganyan. Kasi I see na parang, ano sila eh, parang they can really look for other jobs elsewhere. But I guess yung nagiging appeal din siguro sa employees, meron talagang family feel eh, na like, kasi office namin is like a house that's renovated. So medyo mas relaxed. Tapos they can approach me also as this and that. Then ako rin lately naging very approachable din ako to them. So meron talagang family appeal din every employee. And I tell them then na as long parang top best family sila, as long as they're included in the business, I will do everything I can to make sure na they are taken care of. Siguro ito yung pandemic, tapos most of my employees nasa mga flood prone area sila. So parang sinasabi ko lagi na thankfully yung office namin is Marikina siya, but it's a very high part in Marikina. Na they can always come to the office when they do need shelter or help. Ganun naman.
That's very nice. Pero aside from the family business, what other things do you do you put your attention to?
Okay. Before kasi, so yung family business, parang I would say siguro sa quadrant siya ni EQ sa parang cash cow siya, meaning it's very good in terms of producing cash, pero in terms of like long term potential where you put the money and the money can help you grow, hindi siya ganun eh. So parang naghahanap ako ng avenue where pag lumaki na yung business and nagkaroon na ng more and more cash flow, I can put some of that money to earn. So right now I'm studying how to trade forex. I'm still a student now, but that's what takes most of my time outside of work. Kasi so like right now with the pandemic, marami kaming mga classes at night. Tapos lately rin I have friends going into stocks, so I'm still reading and learning about stocks also. Medyo related yung forex and stocks, pero medyo iba rin din siya. But mostly forex din yung where I put most of my time aside from work.
Okay. So, teka, when you say stocks, is it sa foreign or here in the Philippines?
Yung sa stocks kasi literally kaka-start ko lang eh mag-aral. But yung forex kasi ito yung exchange rates, let's say
Yeah.
US dollar to peso,
Oo.
ganun. What you're trading is the movement up and down. So inaaral ko how to understand those markets.
Okay. So, inaaral mo yung parang technical analysis ng yung charts.
How they
Charts yung
move,
tinitignan di ba?
charts.
Okay.
Kasi yun naman madali integrate. Yun din isang advantage I guess ng family business na may pwede ka mag-allot ng time to learning other things. So I'm just maximizing where I am na since
Oo.
I can still do that lalo ngayon na pandemic and most of my meetings are via Zoom like this.
Mm-mm.
Sobrang okay nga eh. Parang nai-enjoy ko na mas efficient pa ako sa time ko. So I can definitely do more things aside from just being in the business. And yun nga, yung question mo kanina, bakit pa ako maghahanap eh? I can do it now na nga eh. Di ba? Like, kung mag-own business din ako na iba, I can do it at the same time.
Mm-mm.
Kaya nandun ako I'm studying Forex now. So later on siguro, when the business goes bigger pa, parang may portfolio siguro na earning from that sideline.
Mm-mm. Pero yung studying forex, parang ano hindi siya, it, I know you're saying that you're a student, but then you've also reached a certain level of um, expertise when it comes to forex trading, and you also use that as a as a platform for you to teach your friends how to read charts, how to invest in forex. Tama ba?
So, may school kasi kami, like, so
Mm,
enrolled ako formally sa school. Yung style of teaching lang niya is mentorship.
mm,
So, parang ina-advocate na you learn more when you teach, which is actually true. Parang normally kasi parang when you're mentoring someone, you should always be mentoring someone, I'd say. Whether it's business or forex, parang siguro na taon lang na I understood that while learning forex na mentoring someone actually improves your skill. Kasi when you can teach someone what you know, it means it's accurate and then you understand it fully. At the same time, you have a mentor that you follow through, like sa atin meron tayong mentor sa meditation. So
mm,
parang in that aspect, meron na tayong sinusundan and pina-follow. So hindi na natin kailangan mag-isip. So in business then, I guess, and other things we want to do, maganda yung two things na yun. You have a mentor and you're mentoring someone also.
mm,
So yun, I learned that through the school din. I was just following the program. Maganda, like, pag yung tinuturo ko for that, nagkakaroon din ako ng assurance din sa skills ko na, lalo na pag nakita mo yung mini-mentor mo, grows. Like through business din, na nakikita mo yung new employee na sobrang shy nung start. Tapos parang nakita ko like yung isang employee ko dito, first job niya, like matagal na yun, parang gusto ko siya tanggalin. Nakita ko siya nung last meeting namin, like with a big company like IKEA ata yun eh. Parang may,
oo,
may presentation kami.
oo.
Sabi ko, ang galing na niya mag-English. Sabi ko like, buti na lang, no, na nagstay ka dito and like, you went through the process talaga. Parang, yun yung value ng mentoring. Parang meron kang fulfillment also.
Oh, I see. Pero I didn't realize that you are really into um mentoring, teaching, and then creating a system that would improve a person in terms of their skills. Kasi you do it. I mean, you implemented it in the family business, and you also adhere to it in your personal life, especially with the forex trading.
Mm-hmm.
I also agree to that you also learn from your mentees or from your students, and that's a good way of learning yourself. So parang actually kanina yung sinabi mo na student lang ako ha. Student lang ba talaga to? So, so lumabas na hindi. So teacher
Kasi
ka rin.
like you said, you have many roles in life. Diba? You're a student,
Mm-mm.
then you're also a mentor, then siguro from people who are coming bago lang, advantage na una ako, I can teach them something. Pero I'm not, parang siguro I say it siguro just to keep me humble. Kasi parang lalo na sa position ko na pwede ko sabihin na I've already, like sa work or forex, parang I've already put in the effort and stuff. It's forever ongoing. Like even the markets kasi, stocks and forex, parang it, like when the pandemic happened, it changed, di ba? Parang how it moves is very different. So because of that, may volatility talaga that you cannot control.
Mm-mm.
So doon papasok yung, okay, so kung ganito, how do you manage yourself and your skill sets and emotions, di ba? So parang all part of when you do these things and teach people that, sa sarili mo, ito yung tinuturo ko eh. Ba't dapat yun din yung gagawin ko? Parang meron kang ganung accountability to yourself as well. And applicable yan naman to most things in life naman.
Mm-mm. I like that, the accountability sa self. Did it come, parang naturally that certain self-awareness or that accountability of self, that managing of self, or it just, ano ba, it just happened because of the experiences that you have gone through?
Well, dito siguro I guess yung meditation is malaking tulong.
Mm.
Kasi when you can detach with the things you do, meaning, ganun lang naman kasi meditation, but like, so ako busy ako with these things and that. But when I have like time for myself, an hour a week or every day, like, di ba, I join your meditations as well. Parang that gives me that needed detachment over the things I do. So, dun sa mga ganung activities that we can detach from the normal things that we have, dun mo na-realize na hindi naman pala yun what the most important thing in life is, di ba? Na like family, like sa family business, the most important thing is the family naman, and the employees, the clients. The people, it's actually the people everywhere. So
Oo.
parang pag nadidetach mo yun, nakikita mo what's important. So because of that, hindi ka masyado attached also dun sa outcome. So yun yung I guess natutunan. Hindi siya as simple as overnight nagising lang ako, but it felt like that because of the meditations that I was going through, na once a week na kahit busy ako, I make time talaga na, wait, kahit busy ako sa work, I have to do this muna for myself. Yun yung talaga nakatulong.
Mm. I like what you said about, you know, yes, outcomes are important. Of course, when you're running a business, you really are supposed to be results oriented, di ba? So you really look at your goals and na-reach mo ba, na-achieve mo ba, titignan mo yung numbers, di ba? But then, now that what you're saying now is that there's something more important than just the outcome. And what's more important for you are actually the stakeholders, who are your family members, your employees, your customers, and siguro pati yung suppliers mo kasama na rin dyan, di ba? Everyone a, who is a part of the family business. Those are those take higher priority compared to the outcome that you have set.
I guess kasi na-recall ko nung yung kinikwento mo yan, parang when I started then, like first few years of my life, parang happy-go-lucky naman yung attitude ko. Na parang wala akong masyadong pakialam over these things. Parang sa utak ko lang, bakit ba ako mag-work o ganyan? Kasi pwede naman mag-enjoy na lang ako. Parang may ganun akong mindset before.
Mm-mm.
Tapos parang na-realize ko na may feeling of emptiness kasi. Parang nagawa ko yun for a while na lahat ng gusto kong gawin, I could go. So like minsan I would get a condo for a month, I would stay there. Tapos hindi ako magkatrabaho for a month. Parang, doon ko na-realize na parang after makuha mo yun, sandali lang ikaw happy eh. Pero when you see that may purpose ka na how your life affects everyone around you, like through small decisions lang na let's say tinuruan mo to o naging extra patient ka lang sa isang taong to, nag-change talaga yung buhay nila eh. So when I see these things and nagiging grateful ako na parang naging part ako ng changes na yun. So iba yung parang rewarding eh. Yung rewarding feeling. I guess sa'yo, di ba, like you mentor and you consult people, di ba, na like you help them realize yung things about themselves that maybe they don't know.
Yeah.
Iba yung ano nun, di ba? Iba yung parang even sa'yo na nakikita mo, bakit siya may isip ng ganun? Nakikita mo rin yun sa sarili mo. Tapos at the same time, parang nagkakaroon ka rin tuloy ng purpose na parang iba yung happiness that you get eh, na may fulfillment. May
Yes.
fulfillment na siya. I guess
Oo.
yung word. Kasi you can be happy, madali ka maging happy over small joys and things eh. Pero yung fulfillment, yun dun magkakaroon ng purpose eh. So, pag mahanap mo yun, then it becomes passion. Na parang it doesn't feel like you're working anymore. Kasi naturally ka na gumagalaw eh.
You know, parang based on what you said earlier rin, parang sabi mo, okay, we started na, parang umabot ka sa polarities na happy-go-lucky lang ako eh, enjoy ko lang to, wala akong masyadong pake about the results. Pero umabot ka rin sa point na, I need to prove myself. Gagawin ko to kasi.
Oh, extreme, di ba?
And then now you're in the middle. You're finding where you are truly happy and fulfilled. And parang gumita ka in your own way, middle path.
Oo. Thankfully,
That's good.
nahanap ko siya early. Yun yung siguro very grateful ako na nahanap ko siya early in my life.
Mm.
Kasi before
Oh,
talaga
you're
eh,
still
parang,
young. You're still
di ba?
young. And for you to have those realizations, that kind of self-acceptance, diba? Self-awareness, and even self-mastery, which you are, experiencing right now, that's also a blessing.
Sobra. Like, buti nga na, ano mo yun eh, parang when you say that, doon ko nga nakikita na, buti may realization na ako now. Kasi
Mm-mm.
dumating, before talaga parang, most of the blessings kasi I guess, nandiyan na yun sa harap mo eh.
Mm-mm.
Pero your mind sometimes, sa dami ng like personal issues mo sa sarili mo or like yung gusto mong gawin, hindi mo makita na what you're asking for is usually right in front of you eh. So parang I'm very blessed to be able to go through sabi mo nga, yung polarities of that. Tapos bumalik ako sa gitna na parang ito lang pala yung life ko na this is just what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So since I found that na napaka-free talaga ng feeling na okay, so parang kahit pagod ka o what, hindi na siya actually hindi na ako napapagod eh. I don't even feel that eh. Kasi parang alam ko may gagawin ako tapos the activities recharge you naturally na lang eh.
Okay. So,
Effortless.
effortless na siya for you. Actually, parang ganun din yung, um, ano ba tawag dito? Kasi, February is love and all about passion naman, di ba? So, I really chose guests who are passionate about something in life. And that really affects all the other aspects of their lives. And what you're saying is also resonant to what they're saying as well, that things become effortless when you're really passionate about what you do, and it's good that you were able to recognize it early on.
But ikaw, nandiyan naman yung role eh. So I guess the people who want to find their passion, dapat mag-consult na lang with you, di ba? Kasi yung meditations mo are kind of like that eh, di ba? Na detaching and understanding the self.
Mhm. Actually, kanya-kanya talagang journey eh. Pero
Mm.
one thing that also resonated with me is that now that you're in your middle path and that you're so free, you're just enjoying whatever is laid out in front of you. Parang dun mo lang marirealize na, o nga no, parang binigay na to sa akin dati, pero hindi ko talaga nakikita at all.
So,
So, you had to go through a certain processing then, so that you would be able to appreciate what it is that you have right in front of you. Kasi hindi naman siya nagbago eh.
yeah.
'Di ba? It's still the same. But then what's different is your attitude towards it, your perspective towards it. And yun yung talagang liberation.
Yes.
yung yung may nabasag sa mindset. So, actually maganda 'yon. And I'm also happy that you're teaching. Oo, kasi people, well, marami kasing tao ang parang kulang yung opportunities na binibigay sa kanila, and it's your gift that you could offer that opportunity to them. And at the same time, together with that opportunity, yung training din na kailangan, so that they could also, uplift their lives or have that quality of life. So, it goes, it's really very profound yung ginagawa mo. And I'm glad that you're enjoying it as well, na hindi siya pabigat.
Yeah. Di ba like even for you, I'm assuming in your practice through the teaching, counseling,
Oo.
napaka-rewarding ng feeling seeing people grow from it.
Yes.
Di ba?
It's really very rewarding when I see some of my friends or even mentees who are really growing. Yung bigla na lang magiging masaya. Parang, teka, wala naman nagbago sa situation nila, pero masaya na sila because something changed inside. So it's also true that it all begins inside the inner work that you need. And from there, your external world would seem different na. Kahit na physically, it's still the same. But then, the way you see things, it's already lighter, it's already more positive, and maganda yung ganun na journey, no?
very, ano na, buti nga na-remind mo ako na, oo nga, no, parang pinagdaanan ko rin talaga yung ganun. Kaya ako na-realize. But, swerte lang din siguro ako na I've met Trey din na may mentorship din ako in terms of my emotional maturity and these things. Kaya, kaya ko rin siya nakita. So, yun nga siguro yung thing na, for most people, parang just start na count your blessings talaga or just not even count, parang batiin mo lang na, uy, parang ang ganda ng buhay ko kasi ganito, ganyan. Kasi from there, parang nare-realign mo yung things you put attention to. Tapos, when you have that, makikita mo na meron ka palang competence as a person. And then, yun yung kaya mo i-share to the world. Yun yung magiging more or less passion mo. Yun siguro yung parang summarized process dun. But mahaba. Depende kung gaano kabilis yung tao ma-accept yun.
Actually, everyone naman has a certain level of capability and competence. It's just a matter of really, um, owning it and, taking that courage to move forward with it. Kasi hindi lahat would really grab that kind of capability. Because everyone has skills, everyone is special. Pero
Yes.
hindi lahat ginagamit. And pero for you, what are the most important lessons that you have learned so far, ha? Kasi bata ka pa. Bata pa tayo.
Oo, batang-bata pa. Kasi parang pag sinabi mong most important lessons, parang
Patapos na eh, no? As of now, ayun, as of now.
As of now.
Mm-mm.
Siguro yung most important lesson is yung worth mo, parang hindi mo siya you cannot find it through validations. Siguro yun yung sa akin. Kasi main issue ko is ego I guess, for a very long time. Parang, even with trading kasi parang, when you have an ego, dun ka matatalo kasi the market can change at any time. So parang, yung ego talaga is my lesson. So parang, doon ko ma-realize na no matter what you do, or no matter sino yung kasama mo, hindi mo pwede makuha yung self-worth mo sa kanila. Whether it's even sa parents, kahit sabihin mo parents mo or they love you of course, hindi mo pwede hanapin yung self-worth mo through their own validations nila. Kasi end of the day, ikaw lang talaga may alam kung ano yung perspective and situation fully. So parang once ma-accept mo na parang okay, ito yung nangyari and kung may mali ka, be accountable to yourself. Pag may tapos do something about it. Pag may ganun kang system, anything in life na iba to sa'yo, kaya mo eh. So yun yung, I guess, major lesson sa akin na yung validation mo, hanapin mo internally. Huwag mo siya hanapin through anything, kahit sabihin mong close relative, friend, or partner, or whoever pa. Dapat talaga, naturally, alam mo yung sa sarili mo na you are okay enough as it is, di ba? Parang, parang cheesy sabihin, pero buo ka na eh, di ba? Parang kahit nga wala kang gawin, okay ka na eh. Parang yung ganong mindset lang, ma-develop mo, yun yung biggest lesson for myself.
Oo. Kasi right now you're just following your heart and your own personal truth, ha. What made what can you tell us for us to also follow our heart and to listen to our own truth?
I guess yung sinasabi kong take time a day to detach over things, meaning yung meron kang time na silence, whether that's journaling, like journaling kasi quiet the mind, it gives you that time to process, or when you're a meditator, you meditate, or when you're a Catholic, you can pray. These things kasi give you that time to process things that happen outside of you. Then marirealize mo na parang at that meron kang ma-feel mo parang may peace na at that moment that you're praying, you're journaling, parang ang tahimik and wala kang kailangang gawin but you're just enjoying that 5 minutes or 10 minutes of your time. Parang pag you're doing that more and more, dun mo siguro makikita and marirealize na you are okay for who you are already. So siguro yun yung advice ko, to take time outside of what you normally do for yourself. So maybe kung gusto mo mas active, pwede ka pamassage o like hair or whatever kung babae ka. Dati may nagawa pamassage eh. Parang ganun.
Actually, totoo kay Carlo. Ano,
Diba?
actually, one thing I love about Carlo is that he's very direct to the point. As in, kung hindi niya gusto, hindi niya gusto. And malalaman mo talaga sa itsura niya, hindi niya itatago yun.
Halatang
Pero,
halata ba?
oo, pero I love what you've shared, and I didn't realize that you also had mga work issues or ego issues before. But again, most of us really have those issues, and siguro one of the things that we really have to, you know, create a foundation of is that worthiness na innate lang sa atin
Mhm.
without any validation from any other people. We're just worthy the way we are.
Yes.
And of course, when you start to recognize that, you know who you are and you know your competency, your capabilities, and you can do so many things na after that. So yun yung pinaka-foundation na nakakailanganin mo in this life for you to actually grow and to succeed. So, ayun. Pero thank you so much,
Advice ko
Carlo.
kay Brendy, mag-consult kayo kay Brendy. Yan, yung basic.
Ang dami ko parang, oh, let's sinishare yung link ni Ray sa mga friends and sa mga mentees. So, kayo, meditate. It really helped me. Actually, what Carlo said na our mentor, he has also helped me in a lot of ways. And he's also one of the reasons why I'm also doing this kind of work, putting myself out here in social media and talking about the things that I really love. So that's also through the encouragement and the wisdom of Ray. So I'm also grateful for him. And actually parang lahat naman tayo there's that teacher role or mentor role that we can really embrace, and that's where we could actually see our own growth as well. As we recognize the growth in other people, we would see how far we have gone as well. Now, napuputol na ako. O Carlo, nandyan ka pa ba?
Naka-freeze ka na eh, pero nadidinig kita.
Okay,
Yan, bumalik
sige.
na.
Ayun. Then, nag-unstable yung internet connection ko. Pero actually, we're already about to end. So, thank you so much, Carlo, for your time. Anything that you want to say right now? Kung ano yung mag-pop up sa mind mo.
I think thank you Brendy for this talk kasi for one sabi mo nga like I'm still amazed minsan na-invite ako as a speaker kasi mga big time yung mga guest mo di ba? So
Ano ba yan? Ba't mga impression sa guest ko? Puro mga big. Parang,
to be able to share, di ba? Like ako naman, this is my life and I'm very open with it. Wala naman, like this is my life. Parang what you see now is who I am. Parang I'm very happy lang that maybe some people who do watch na may makuha sila from it. Malaking bagay din sa akin kung may ganong impact. And then I'd like to thank you rin na binigyan mo ko ng opportunity to learn more also about my journey as well. Kasi itong talk na to, as we talk, parang na-realize ko nga na oo nga no, parang dumaan pala ako doon and then mas grateful pa ako now na I am where I am. Kaya siguro thank you lang din talaga for being part of this talk.
Well, thank you, Ren, so much. And thank you for having the impression that all my guests are big time. They would be so happy.
Oo naman eh, kasi I watch most of them. Talagang maganda yung flow. Kaya buti nakapasok na ako.
pero a lot of them would think that what they're doing is just ordinary, just just a day's work, mga ganon, di ba? It's something that they also love to do, and actually yun nga yung amazing kasi I tend to also recognize the strengths and the gifts of other people, and I want to also highlight that, to showcase that, at least to let other people also learn from this person or from you, di ba? Kasi lahat naman tayo meron talagang valuable na pwedeng i-contribute to humanity, di ba? To men. So this is just one of the avenues, so that we could also share um the positive vibes and the learnings. Kasi minsan pag nalaman mo na yung learning, 'di ba? Parang I can skip this if I choose to.
Yeah. Pero I think ano lang siguro yung pinaka gusto kong sabihin, most of the time, people already know what they need to do. They just
Mm.
have to do it. Yun lang siguro yung ano na parang just
Ay.
gawin mo na, di ba? Ganun lang talaga.
Oo. Oo. Yes, thank you Ren for that reminder.
Sige, sige.
Na-feel ko yun. Kasi ang dami ko pang kailangan gawin. Ang dami
Di
na
ba?
back burner. Parang sabi, oh my God, kailan ba itong magagawa? Di ba? So parang, like what you said, gawin mo na. Di ba? Ano pa
Exactly.
yung hinihintay? Ayun. But
Kasi,
thank you, Carlo.
yep, thank you, thank you.
Alright, thank you so much. And
Thank you, Brendy.
for those who are watching, remember that you are highly favored and truly blessed. And I wish you, you know, all the happiness in the world, and of course recognize the gifts that we have right now, the resources that we have right now. A lot of times tama si Carlo um the things that we ask for, it's already right in front of us, we just fail to recognize it. So have that open heart and open eyes so that you could actually see it and maximize it, diba? So
Yes.
yun lang. Okay, so God bless everyone. I hope you also enjoyed this conversation with Carlo. All right, bye.
Bye.